Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for coming back to this playthrough of Ace Combat 7. We're going to get straight on with the next mission, which is mission number 2. Let's crack on, shall we?
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusea has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Usea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusea, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usea peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Usea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Useans, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusea, it looked like Usea was moving in to take over. Erusea went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Usea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Usea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusea didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa consent to leave of the Kingdom of Erusea. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusea, on the opposite side of the Usean continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
So I think we're seeing 2 different viewpoints of the same story here. Whoever we're playing as and this lady.
Erusea has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Usea continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusea are currently appearing throughout Usea. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them.
Okay.
They should not pose much of a threat.
You say that.
However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Now, I know there's a lot of talking in this game, but it's so interesting. I don't usually find it military stories very interesting, but yeah, I'm sort of loving where this is going. So this is the aircraft tree. We sort of briefly touched on it last time. You know, Gran Turismo for planes. Effectively, you can buy your own planes and your own parts, which is pretty cool. I love it. But you can't go past a certain point on the tree until... Well, I couldn't buy that until I bought this. I can't buy that because I haven't bought these two, and so on. Now, obviously, we're not going to buy a plane just yet. We're just short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the GPB bomb. Because that's going to help on the next mission. Spoilers. So I've got the F-16C, I believe it is, and air-to-ground lock-on bomb. And you can add these parts as well, which I forgot to add last time. So this is a light and blisk. This will give us an aircraft acceleration bonus, which is really cool. I love the fact you can upgrade your plane like this and make it your own. I love that name as well, Mage Squadron. This is so freaking cool. It's one thing. It's the thing about this game. It's just freaking cool. We're starting in the air today.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry.
Okay.
Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
Okay.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close. Yep.
Bombs away. Okay.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound.
Go on.
Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Did I miss?
Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Trigger, there's one more to go.
Cool.
Enemy has a radar lock on you.
Good for them.
That was the last radar vehicle.
Yeah, but that was far too easy.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out.
Okay, here we go. Looks like we're taking on the interceptors. If we could take them out on the runway, even better. Ooh, okay, things just got real, guys. We crash into the bloody thing. Got it. God, it feels good when you hit your mark. It really does.
They also mess with your HUD and radar. The seekers can sometimes move their rock onto their targets too. H2, you're targeted.
Okay. Fire some flares off.
Residential area.
Okay, that didn't help one bit. Come on. Hit home. Hit home. There we go.
H2, locked.
Yeah, I was a bit too close for that. Too close and going in at the flank. Missiles won't track that well.
Missile inbound, evade. Column 2, you can't go after every target.
No? Sure?
Seems to us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities. That's gonna be a circus. 5 targets remaining. Bandit on your 6, shake him off! Breaking out of luck. I'm iced up.
Right, where'd that plane go? No, that's my guy. Don't fire at him.
H2, box 2.
Yeah, not close enough. We really do need to be right behind these guys, otherwise they just evade out the way.
Blind those bastards.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not be zooming in and out of cameras, eh?
Box 2.
That's a miss. All aircraft. Residential area is below you.
Keep your mind focused.
Got him. Nice.
3 targets remaining.
That's not an actual target. Let's not go after it, huh?
Stay sharp while you're in the clouds. Launch preparations complete. Ready. Stand clear 15
It's hard to see anything up this high.
ready to launch. Away.
Oh no. Great, drones, because they'll be easy to deal with. Not.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Oh, here we go.
Launched.
These guys are quick. Like, they can literally turn on a dime.
Probably hostile.
Judging
Probably.
by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Cloud. No doubt about it, you're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft.
See what I mean?
IG turns, all right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Missile launch.
That was a lucky shot from that distance.
Destroy all enemy fighters and get out. It doesn't matter.
Right, let's get under these clouds.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. I'm on this one's tail. Don't try to read their movements. Enemy UAV confirmed.
Again, another lucky hit.
All squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Come on. Go on. Oh, you swine. I saw that. Yeah, I knew that one was going to miss. I don't know why I bothered. Oh my god. Look at that. That acceleration is bonkers. Oh crap. G turning too much.
Just chase them down and pull the trigger.
Yeah, that's the difficult bit.
H2. Missile launch.
Got him. Nice.
For anyone who takes down an enemy.
Woo!
Aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt.
1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Go on, show your ugly face. Bloody Nora. Thank God for modern locking systems, because my good gracious me, there's no way I could do that without a lock-on.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
RTB.
We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
Nature of the beast, unfortunately. As sad as that is, it is.
You shoot, someone gets killed.
Yep.
The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Sadly, that's the nature of it these days. Right, let's skip that. That was a cool mission. I enjoyed that one. A little bit trickier with the drones. You'll be seeing a lot more of those throughout the game, I dare say.
By destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Okay, we've got 100 grand in MRRP. So I think we might be able to afford a new plane. So in the next episode, we're going to take a look at the aircraft tree and the next mission. I thank you so much for joining me once again for Ace Combat 7. I hope you'll join me again for another one very soon. Hit that like button and that'll just confirm to me that you want to see a bit more air-to-air action. See you next time, guys. Have a great day.